I didn't ask him. You hear the engine room noise?
Yeah, I need to hear it
I know.
again.
It is. It was kind of boring without it. Huh.
So number 2 this way?
Come on over here. That's over here.
I'm glad they brought it back. See the control panels lighting up? Sorry.
Welcome to the operator. My name is David Main. I was engineer officer
It is David Main.
from 1959 to 1960.
David Main's voice.
Operating both
Yeah.
forward and after engine rooms, and also number 1 and number 5 boiler rooms. The boiler rooms and forward engine room have been removed. The after engine room propeller shaft tunnel and steering gear can be seen on this tour. On this ship there are 27 boilers and 5 boiler rooms.
I miss him.
3 Scotch boilers for auxiliary steam in one boiler room and 24 main boilers in the other 4 boiler rooms for the propulsion machinery. Each main boiler consisted of 5 drums grouped around a central brick-lined furnace. Feed water entering the steam
That is
drum
David Main.
located on the top of the boiler, completely filling the 3 lower water drums which pass through the furnace in pressurized steel tubes, where it was turned into steam by spraying preheated bunker C fuel oil into the furnace, firing it and raising the temperature of the furnace to approximately 3,700 degrees Fahrenheit. At full power, the boilers consume more than 40 tons of fuel oil per hour. In the first stage of steam generation, saturated steam was produced in large vertical tubes
I know they were
and passed
used
to the
here.
upper half of the steam water drum. This saturated steam was then passed back into the furnace, where it was superheated in small bore tubes and fed into a superheater header or drum, then passed to the engines at 400 pounds per square inch and 700 degrees Fahrenheit. The hot exhaust gases from the furnace were vented out through stack uptakes or funnels. Numbers 1 and 2 boiler rooms to the forward stack, numbers 3 and 4 boiler rooms to the center stack, and number 5 boiler room to the after stack. The Queen Mary had 4 propeller shafts. The 2 outer shafts were driven by engines in the forward engine room, and the 2 inner ones driven by the engines in the after engine room. Each of the engines was capable of 40,000 shaft horsepower, making a total of 160,000 shaft horsepower in all. Each engine had 4 distinct head turbines, whose blades were rotated at high speed by the superheated steam, which passed through each turbine in series to develop full power. There were 2 astern turbines mounted on the front of the second intermediate turbine and the low pressure ahead turbine. Steam from the boilers could be directed to either the ahead steam turbines or the astern turbines by means of control valves situated on the operating platform, rotating the turbines in the ahead or stern direction, which in turn drove the propeller shafts through the gearbox mechanism. Once the steam has passed through the turbines, it was cooled and allowed to collect as water in a large vacuum tank located at the side of the low pressure turbine, known as a condenser, before being recycled back to the boilers to produce more steam. This engine room was silent for 30
Miss you,
years,
David.
but what you are now about to hear is the original noise and volume of these engines. First you will hear the voice of Captain Treasure Jones, Giving the order half ahead all engines. The two telegraphs in the engine room operate. The engine comes up to power, the telegraphs again operate, and the engine shuts down. As you continue your tour, you will pass through the propeller shaft tunnel, and there you will hear the noise
miss
of the
my
propeller
David.
shafts turning in bearings and the cavitation of the propeller
miss my
turning
buddy.
at sea. Please proceed through the engine room to the propeller shaft tunnel and enjoy the rest of your visit to this great ship. Thank you very much.
Hang on, I'm gonna hear the. What I should have been remembering. I didn't notice things back there before. Cause he's gonna talk again. Oh. I knew it had to be David.
I knew it had. It's only you would know of all
Everything.
information.
Oh, it's more back there too. They have these lit up too. Can I go up that ladder and see how they felt like?
I don't think so.
You can touch it. Touch it. Shaft alley. I don't feel like going up that. My knees will hurt. Hurt your knees.
Yeah, because there's such short steps.
I wish they would get the motor running. You see the water? There's water dripping down there.
Oh, it is, huh?
It's wet. There's a plastic bag down there. It's ocean. Here, I can't reach it. Darn it. Be cool for let's see what's in there. No, I see ladders in there. Oh, look, there's more water. Oh, I see water dripping.
It's all rusty down there, too.
It wasn't that way last week.
Look how rusty it is down
It wasn't that way last week.
there. Yuck.
I hope the city knows.
Well, I imagine there's leaves on this thing everywhere, as long as it's been sitting in salt water. It's safe.
I hope so.
It's not sailing away tomorrow.
Come here. Look at the motor behind that wheel. That's huge.
Oh, wow. Has to be to turn it, huh?
Yeah. They should put lights.
I know, huh?
They probably forgot to turn them on. I'm sorry.
Next time we'll bring a floodlight, put it over the TV or something.
Yeah. Are you happy they have the engine room noise back?
I know. It feels nice.
Yeah, it
You know what's
does.
going on.
Darn it. We never gone down there. Let's go down here. Then I'll let you go. Okay. Need to tie my shoe. Does that look HD to you?
I know, huh?
But when I put it on YouTube, it's not.
It's not?
Right. Oh shoot. Just let the camera run. Just, yeah, that's number 4 means this sucker right here. Come here. Feel it? The engine room?
That's what I was saying. Feel it, yeah. Feel weird.
Yeah. I hope David Main comes back on. I'm gonna hear his voice again. Why would they put a fire hose down here? They should lighten these up. Those have potential too.
Yeah, those are-
Boiler room's that way, it's locked. I guess they locked it because of Devin.
Probably security.
Maybe. You waiting for his voice too?
No, it'd be you.
There we go.
Welcome to the After Entry. My name is David Main and I was engineer officer on this ship for 3 years, from 1959 to 1961, operating both forward and after engine rooms and also numbers 1 and number 5 boiler rooms. The boiler rooms and forward engine room have been removed. The after engine room, propeller shaft tunnel and steering gear can be seen on this tour. On this ship there are 27 boilers in 5 boiler rooms, 3 Scotch boilers for auxiliary steam in 1 boiler room and 24 main boilers in the other 4 boiler rooms for the propulsion machinery. Each main boiler consisted of 5 drums grouped around a central brick-lined furnace. Feed water entering the steam drum located on the
After
top of
this
the
we'll
boiler,
go. I just want
completely
to get it
filling
on
the
tape.
3 lower water drums which pass through the furnace in pressurized steel tubes, where it was turned into steam by spraying preheated bunker C fuel oil into the furnace, firing it and raising the temperature of the furnace to approximately 3,700 degrees Fahrenheit. At full power, the boilers consume more than 40 tons of fuel oil per hour. In the first stage of steam generation, saturated steam was produced in large vertical tubes and passed to the upper half of the steam water drum. This saturated steam was then passed back into the furnace, where it was superheated in small bore tubes and fed into a
I wanted to get
superheater
it
header or drum, then passed to the engines at 400 pounds per square inch and 700 degrees Fahrenheit. The hot exhaust gases from the furnace were vented out through stack uptakes or funnels. Numbers 1 and 2 boiler rooms to the forward stack, numbers 3 and 4 boiler rooms to the center stack, and number 5 boiler room to the after stack. The Queen Mary had 4 propeller shafts. The 2 outer shafts were driven by engines in the forward engine room, and the 2 inner ones driven by the engines in the after engine room. Each of the engines was capable of 40,000 shaft horsepower, making a total of 160,000 shaft horsepower in all. Each engine had 4 distinct head turbines, whose blades were rotated at high speed by the superheated steam, which passed through each turbine in series to develop full power. There were 2 astern turbines mounted on the front of the second intermediate turbine and the low pressure ahead turbine. Steam from the boilers could be directed to either the ahead steam turbines or the astern turbines by means of control valves situated on the operating platform, rotating the turbines in the ahead or astern direction, which in turn drove the propeller shafts through the gearbox mechanism. Once the steam has passed through the turbines, it was cooled and allowed to collect as water in a large vacuum tank located at the side of the low pressure turbine, known as a condenser, before being recycled back to the boilers to produce more steam. This engine room was silent for 33 years, but what you are now about to hear is the original noise and volume of these engines. First you will hear the voice of Captain Trader Jones, the last captain of the Queen Mary, who brought the ship to Long Beach, giving the order half ahead all engines. The 2 telegraphs in the engine room operate, the engine comes up to power, the telegraphs again operate, and the engine shuts down. As you continue your tour, you'll pass through the propeller shaft tunnel, and there you'll hear the noise of the propeller shafts turning in bearings and the cavitation of the propellers turning in the sea. Please proceed through the engine room to the propeller shaft tunnel and enjoy the rest of your visit to this great ship. Thank you very much.
You're supposed to have this at home. I think Mommy and Daddy will kill me if I had a recording of this at home.
What?
Mommy and Daddy will kill me if I had a recording of this at home. I have a recording of it. No, I'm sorry.
Recording though.
This was a 21-minute video.